Hi there team, this is just your teacher, Mrs. Beecham, making videos on a Sunday because algebra is life, right? Hey, am I right? Okay, so firstly, this topic is order of operations, and it is that random exercise from chapter 1I. And the reason why we chose to insert this exercise before we did algebra is that order of operations is just one of those things that you often see when you're doing algebra style questions, so we thought it was a good reminder for you. Okay, so before I start, just to go over our order of operations, some of you might know it as like a little acronym BOMDAS, or there's like a few different varieties of that. Now that's fine to remember it that way, but like I've mentioned in class, I do find that that can get a little confusing sometimes because people sometimes think that multiplication is the most important of the operations just because it comes first, and then division, and then addition and subtraction. So I don't mind if you want to remember it that way, but also bear this in mind. So firstly, we do anything that's in the brackets. Okay, and then we do any operations. Okay, an operation might be 2 to the power of 3 or 4 squared or something. Okay, which means that number times itself twice, or this number times itself 3 times, for example. After that, you need to do multiplication and division, thinking about that as the same level of importance, I guess, but working left to right. So if you just had multiplication and division left, you'd just work left to right, and then you would cover addition and subtraction working left to right, which is the direction we normally work in with equations. Okay, so here's an example. We've got 14 minus 7 divided by 7 plus 1 times 2. Okay, so firstly we do anything that's in the brackets, and you can see I've got a division and an addition. And this, step number 3 and 4, you apply within brackets as well. Okay, so I would, and my number one tip with order of operations is to make sure you write down every step. So don't try to do too many things at once. So I'm just going to do what's in the brackets first, and everything else is going to stay the same in my equation. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. And I can do a little bit of working above or below as well. So now I've got 1 and then plus the 1 that's already there. So that makes that 2 in my brackets. I'm still going to include my brackets there just for the moment. Times 2. Okay. And my next line of working, remember I'm going to do whatever's in the brackets first, and then multiplication and division next. So because I've only got one number left in the brackets now, I actually don't have to write it in brackets anymore. Times 2. Okay, now multiplication would be next, so I'm still writing my 14 as it is. So 2 times 2, 4. Okay, 14 minus 4, 10. Okay, so taking each step as we go. Let's move down to another example. Let's get that one off the screen, we don't need to see that yet. Okay, so we've got 20 minus 10 in brackets times 5 plus 7 in brackets plus 1. Okay, so let's do the two brackets first. So 20 minus 10, 10, 5 plus 7, 12, plus the 1. So I'm going to rewrite that, 10 times 12 plus 1. Now multiplication is next. Okay, so 10 times 12, 120, plus 1. Last line of working, 121. Okay, another example, last one maybe. Okay, so I popped this one in here because it's got two sets of brackets. It's got this set of brackets within a larger set of brackets, okay? So obviously we do this small one first and this large one second. I've put, and you usually find this with questions like this, two styles of brackets, so like the curved and then the square brackets, just so you don't get confused, okay? So I'm going to rewrite the first set of brackets minus, and then 5 minus 3 is first, 2, and then I'm going to close my square brackets again, times 7. Okay, so still brackets there, so I still need to do that first. 6 minus 2 is 4 times 7. 4 times 7, 28. Okay, all done.